of November. That means we're quickly winding up the year 2019. Well, I would like to ask you a very pertinent question. Have you done all you think you should do for this year? You have just a little over 5 weeks to wrap up the year 2019. We're quickly coming to the year 2020, but before we get into it, there is an event that's happening this particular week, and it's one event that I'm very sure people who are fans like myself of trying out new cuisines, new cultures, new traditions will be a part of. This week will be the Italian Cultural and Culinary Week that is happening this entire week. I want to know what is going to happen, where is it happening, how much money do people have to pay, and of course, what programs, because from the 18th to the 23rd, those must be about maybe 5 days, I think. So I want to know what is going to be, what is in store for people who are going for this particular event. Joining me this morning is His Excellency, the ambassador of Italy to Uganda, Massimiliano Mazanti. I hope I said that right. I've done so well. I think I need Employee of the Month after this. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Your Excellency. How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
It's our pleasure to host you. I understand this is the first time you're in our studios.
Yes, definitely. Actually, I landed here 3 weeks ago.
You landed
New
here 3
ambassador
weeks
to
ago.
the
Yes,
country.
you are the new ambassador. Congratulations upon your new post. How do you find Uganda? Is it what you had hoped it would be?
Definitely, it's a country I wanted to be, and I feel indeed very good vibes with the country and with the people.
That's nice. We aspire to be good vibes type of people. Tell us briefly about yourself. Before you started this particular post that you took on about 3 weeks ago, what were you doing? Do you miss some of your old jobs? Were you back in Italy? Tell us a little about
Not
yourself.
really, actually. We are diplomats, so we are supposed to be posted abroad. But I come from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I was with the Deputy Secretary of State, Chief of Staff to the Deputy Secretary of State of Foreign Affairs. Your Oriel Mokello.
No,
just to make
Okello,
you
yeah.
understand, actually, that I met. I had the opportunity to meet him. And we had a very fruitful meeting together. And I
Yes.
thank him again. And before I was Consul General of Italy in London.
In London.
Yes.
And how long were you based in London?
More than 4 years, Italy is very present in the country in UK with more than 1 million Italians actually. So
1 million Italians in the UK. All right. So tell us, are you looking forward to your new post? What's the difference between London weather and Ugandan people and weather, the vibe? Would you want to go back? Or would you love it here?
well, I loved, of course, London, but weather-wise, it's impossible. I would say, with all
Yeah,
due
that's
respect
true.
for my friends there. No, Uganda offers a unique, actually, weather, unique vibes, as I was saying before, and everything you can expect from a very exotic place. Actually,
Oh.
I'm very happy to be here.
We appreciate you. Welcome.
I'm
Very much
exactly
welcome.
where I'm supposed to be.
And we do welcome you. Welcome home. We should get you a Ugandan name, though.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll find you one before the show ends. Okay, so talk to us briefly. What is the Italian Cultural and Culinary Week about?
It is actually a sort of world network of embassies, Italian embassies actually, all over the world, and consulate general opportunity to display the Italian flag through what we are known best to do, internationally speaking, which is basically we are a cultural superpower, as you're well aware of. 60% actually of UNESCO patrimony, certified patrimony, is in Italy. And culinary experiences, of course, are undoubtedly among the most important ones we can offer to the wider public. Even in Kampala, I've discovered recently, actually, Italian cuisine is very present.
It is very present. Walk us through, because I know it's happening on the 18th to the 23rd of this month. So is there a program? Do you know what's going to be happening between these next
Exactly.
few days?
Actually, this is the program. I'm just
so I
showing
think I-
actually, this is the Culinary Week
Okay.
and Cultural Week. It will start this evening with the inauguration of an incredible exhibition. I want to say actually just a few things about the exhibition, which is called Leonardo Opera Omnia. It represents actually, as you know, a collection of, a unique collection of sort of digital perfect reproductions of 17 true-to-scale masterpieces of Leonardo, as you know, one of the most known geniuses of Renaissance, Italian Renaissance,
Yes.
and probably the perfect person to define what a universal genius was. is true to scale productions are all displayed, and I wish to thank again the Ministries of Tourism, the Ministry of Science of Uganda, the Uganda Tourism Board, which are partners and are joining hands with us actually in displaying this wonderful exhibition at the Uganda Museum, and I take the opportunity to thank, of course, the Uganda Museum. I want to say actually three things about the exhibition. It's really worthwhile because it's somehow unique. First thing is that this is represents a unique opportunity to see 17 of the most famous masterpieces of Leonardo, from the Last Supper to the Mona Lisa, which are internationally well known.
Yes, that's amazing.
To see these masterpieces, Leonardo's masterpieces, worldwide, you will be forced to travel in 7 countries and even more cities. So this represents a unique opportunity. The other is that this country has been specifically selected together with another in North Sub-Saharan Africa for 2019 to be the only city, together with another one which will be Addis Ababa, to have this exhibition. So this is not only a demonstration, a proof once again of the friendship that the Italian Republic has with Uganda, but also the growing attention that we have towards this country. And we wanted the Ugandan people and the neighboring countries to have the unique opportunity to see this exhibition in this country, in the Uganda Museum. This is more or less what is about the Leonardo Opera on an exhibition. I wish to stress one more thing. We don't want with the exhibition just to show the flag. We want to leave a permanent trace of the passage of the exhibition, and we are renovating together with I must say, actually, as usual, we need to do good things and great things. We need sponsors, Yuma Builders and Equatorial Power. We are renovating the entrance of the Uganda Museum. So we'll be leaving a permanent track of this exhibition in the Uganda Museum.
I can't wait. This entire exhibition is happening on which days? From the 19th? That's tomorrow.
The 19th, there will be, of course, the official inauguration tonight. It's a VIP inauguration tonight, from the 19th to the 5th of January. So I invite actually all possible Ugandan friends to go there.
From the 19th to the 5th of January. So it's a whole month, more than a month's exhibition.
Indeed.
They can't say that they did not get the memo.
It's a unique opportunity.
It must be. Then I also understand that there is an Italy in Waise, something happening.
Exactly.
Okay.
There are, of course, there's the other part of the exhibition, of the Italian Cultural and Culinary Week. Tuesday we will continue actually being in Waise, where we will have a storytelling about Leonardo and Italian culture to the kids, to the pupils of AFCAD school there. It's again a unique opportunity. We will bring also, some testimony of the Italian culture through pizza and other things that the kids will be able to enjoy, together with the storytelling about Italian culture, but mostly about Leonardo. It's important to Leonardo. It's a sort of key access actually to the Italian culture from Renaissance onwards. And in very few words, very simple storytelling will be key from this point of view to give even pupils the access to this incredible exhibition. But then we'll have on Wednesday actually an important, and that's another important event, the Ladri di Carrozzelle in concert. They are the so-called wheelchair thieves. That's how they define themselves, with the incredible ironic approach. They are people with disabilities, all on wheelchairs, and they form a sort of rock band making incredible music all together. So we'll have their concert. We visited with my deputy, actually, the embassy. We visited actually Catalemua Cheshire Home, the rehabilitation center in Kampala Road. It was a unique experience, an incredible experience, and a heartful experience. I'm saying this because disability and inclusion actually is a key point of the message from Ladri di Carrozzelle, meaning that you have to go beyond the disability and as they are showing, win over disability and do something really worthwhile actually and important, like this rock band that now is touring all over the world.
Well done. But then there's something that I'm very sure, so one thing that I understand about Italian cuisine, just in as much as here in Uganda, we are known for Rolex, the best
Yes.
Rolex in the world.
That's true.
What is the meal that Italy is known for? What are you best known for? Pizza, no?
Yes, exactly. It
And
would be-
pasta.
Yeah.
All right. So what's
I had,
gonna be
you know,
on
when I was posted in the States, I had an argument with my American friends because they thought that they invented pizza, but it's Italian.
No, it's Italian.
I'm sorry to stress the fact that we have many American friends. It's a pizza versus Rolex competition. It's a flag competition that we're having on Thursday. It's a unique opportunity with a jury, by the way. There will be, it's
there
an
will be a
official
jury.
competition. There will be a jury. And they will decide who shall be winning. In reality, it's a very friendly competition among two very different cuisine. But I know actually, because I tried myself, the Rolex is a unique product of the country. It's recognizable like pizza in Italy. So somehow I'm very eager actually to see this competition and to see who's going to win in a very short while.
That makes two of us. I equally want to see who will be in this particular competition. Is the food to be eaten by the jury, the jury,
Of course.
or even is it open to the public as well?
It's open to the public. It will be. It's only 20,000 actually payment. It will entitle people to eat, drink inside this fantastic restaurant, Pizza Italia. I wish to stress the fact that every single money that will be paid, or anyway contributed during the whole week, sponsors or no sponsors, will be given actually to Catalema Cheshire Home.
Actually,
So we
if I
are-
may, Mr. Ambassador, Your Excellency, please, you seem to be passionate about Catalema Cheshire Home. What is it about?
He said about, you know, this, it's a rehabilitation center that actually captured my heart. I was there and I saw more or less these young kids actually, they range from 2-3 years old to 15 maximum. They're striving every day with disabilities to try to overcome what happened because of birth accidents or whatever, and trying to get over the top and somehow overcome the disability. They do it with the spirit and with actually the smile on the face, which captured my spirit totally. And some of these young guys that were actually they underwent a surgery, trying to, you know, stabilize somehow the body, are now producing the wheelchairs for the Catalema Cheshire kids.
Oh, that's nice.
So the spirit is really amazing. I wish actually more people could contribute to Catalema Cheshire Home.
Oh, well done, Your Excellency. Now, this particular event from the 18th to the 23rd of this particular month. 23rd is a Saturday. 22nd is my birthday.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll be there.
That's an important.
It should be quite important to note. But I want to look at some of the special guests that you will be having at this particular event.
Of course.
If you would kindly share some of the important people that will
Of
partake.
course, we have, apart of course from Ladder di Carrozzella we talk about and disabilities, we will have 5 chefs from Piedmont. Piedmont is a northern region in Italy. I discovered actually weirdly that many Ugandans know Piedmont, probably because it's the land of truffles, so white truffle, the most actually prolific one. And I must say that they will be here in different, let's say, programs within the whole week by teaching literally and making a sort of, a school-wise approach towards the tourism school in Jinja. And many other cuisines and opportunities that we have during this week. There will be a final actually on Friday on Saturday in reality, an Italian cooking day. It will be, we have before on Friday the extraordinary Italian taste. It's an open buffet that will give the opportunity to taste what the 5 chefs together will be producing at the Sheraton Hotel.
Okay.
And then of course an Italian cooking day that will be actually exclusive. It's a sort of master cooking actually class.
Master cooking class, yes.
That will be pretty important because again the contribution is pretty high, it's 250,000, but all the money, it's a VIP, let's say, master cooking class, all the money will go to Cheshire, to Catalema Cheshire Home.
Oh, well done, Mr. Ambassador. Thank you so much for your time. It was really nice having you. Before I let you go, your final 2 cents. One, about what Ugandans should look forward to since you are taking on the new role of ambassador. And number 2, what should people expect with regards to the Italian Cultural and Culinary Week?
Well, first of all, actually, looking at the future is all about investment. I wish actually that this country opens more and more like it's doing. and is of course a point of reference for the region increasingly, becomes actually points of reference for investments in this country. It's important to open more and more. I would say, of course, as ambassador of Italy, to Italian investments. We're doing pretty well here. There's an increasing number of companies which are contributing to the economy, to the local economy. The good thing of Italian companies is that they want always to, of course, develop a business, but always with an impact on the Ugandan society. We always want to leave a track on the economy. Second thing is that this culinary week, which happens worldwide, by the way, I repeat that again, it will be it represents a unique opportunity to taste Italy by all possible angles and perspectives, from the cultural point of view, from the culinary, where we are pretty famous, and eventually from displaying, again, not our flag only, but our flag together with the Ugandan one.
Oh, that's really nice. Okay, so now there's something else I also want to find out. Is there are very many students who have, could be Ugandan or even from other parts of the world, that have studied in Italy.
Oh, yes.
Do you follow up on them to see how best they are progressing the Italian culture, the Italian cuisine, the Italian tradition? Are there follow-ups in some of these cases?
As we have an increasing, by the way, number of Italian companies in the country, we need an increasing number of Ugandans speaking Italian. So we offered in the past actually Italian courses in universities, starting from the Makerere University. We hope that we see the impact, because every time they come back from Italy, they are, as it happens for anybody having an international experience, they're enriched. It's totally, somehow, it's a different culture, but somehow so close to the Ugandan society. It's incredible how easily assimilated it is by the kids, and they feel themselves more and more Italians. It happened with the members of the tourist board, the friends from the Ugandan tourist board, actually. They came back from a long experience. They had 2 years of, one of these is Chiara. She's actually a marketing director of the UTB. And her name is Italian, her Italian name is Chiara. They gave her a new name. They come back with Italian names. So there's a cultural identification, which helps actually them to feel closer to Italy, and them to be somehow the interpreters of the Italian culture in this country. So it's very important for us.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador. Before I let you go also, finally, I understand that there are particular events here that have different payments on different days. For instance, guys that would like to partake in the pizza versus Rolex competition, that's you have to pay 20,000 shillings, and for the master cooking class is 250,000 shillings. For other events throughout the course of the week, do they have to as well pay, or are these free for attendance?
Actually, the concert on Wednesday will be totally free of attendance. I invite all Ugandans to be there. Really, it's a unique opportunity, not only to brainstorm mentally, actually, literally, about social inclusion and disability, but also to see what they can do by staying on a wheelchair. So it's really amazing. We have, of course, you were rightly saying about the Pizza Rolex competition that you have to pay. We were talking about the Italian Cooking Day. There will be this master class, but it's VIP, so it's pretty expensive, 250,000. But again, I repeat, all the money goes to Catalemo Cheshire Home. And that's all. The rest is by invitation. Actually, the extraordinary Italian taste will be by invitation. And Italian Wise, of course, is an open dimension with the School of AFCAD. That is the school we have there with the pupils from Wise. It's again a unique opportunity. It will give me, I'm sure, the same very positive vibes actually that I have on a country, and that I had incredibly when I saw Catalemo Cheshire Home. I had really, it gave me the chills in a very positive way. I wanted to touch the children, not just to be there, a flag of my country. I wanted to
make an impact.
Exactly.
And I think you have. Thank you so much.
Thank
it was
you
really
so
nice
much.
having you. The conversation this morning was regarding the Italian Cultural and Culinary Week that is happening all the way from the 18th of this month to the 23rd. That's from today all the way till Saturday. And if I may just give you a brief of what's happening. There will be an opening for the Leonardo Opera mini exhibition that is happening, Opera Omnia, I beg your pardon, exhibition that will be happening from the 19th of this month. That's from effective tomorrow all the way to 5th of January 2020. And all this will be at the Uganda Museum. On that second day, on Tuesday, they will be as well heading to Italy in Boise, going to the areas of Boise to see how they can help people in that community. On Wednesday, there's a music concert at the Uganda Museum. That is where all the entertainment is going to be happening. All this by the Ladri di Corazel. I can't pronounce that right. It must be Italian. So.
Ladri di carrozzelle? No.
Ladri di carrozzelle.
Ladri di carrozzelle, esatto.
Ladri di carrozzelle.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll do this right. I'm going for an Italian lesson.
Thieves.
Thank you so much. Number 3 as well will be the Italian cuisine training that is happening as well this week. And then there is a pizza Rolex competition. That one I'm very sure I will be there. What time does it begin?
It's on 7 actually of Thursday.
7
Yes.
p.m.
Yes.
I'll be there at 5. I love that's how much I love food. And on
Just
Friday as well.
If I can add actually
Please.
just very quickly one thing. As we were saying, as we want to have an impact actually, and it's a pretty actually complex organization. We have our, of course, exhibitors, and we have our sponsors.
Please.
Just acknowledge very quickly
Yes,
them, otherwise they will kill me. And it's Yuma Builders, it's of course Equatorial Power, City Ties, Qatar Airways, Stanbic Bank, Sheraton, and Leonardo, the Italian Defense Company.
All right. Seems you have very many people coming in for this event. I don't know who. I feel like I'm going to tell you this as Ugandans, as a person who cares. Again, caring is sharing. This at your own peril. There's so much for everybody to do. There is well an Italian cooking day that's happening on Saturday for 250,000 shillings. However, this is for limited people. For the pizza versus Rolex competition, that's happening at Pizza Italia restaurant. That's opposite Jazz Supermarket in Bugolo. It's a full day full of activity, and it's a full week courtesy of the Italian Embassy, and of course with regards to their Ugandan partners. Up next is a breakfast meeting from the Uganda Revenue Authority outside our studios, and of course we have a lot more in store for you, our beautiful, beautiful audience. Let's have a quick break and return with a lot more here on NBS Television. Good morning and God bless.